Hello. So I have kind of an interesting reading today. Um, this is, I don't even have a title for it yet. I'm sure eventually I'll figure it out and it'll be in the thumbnail, obviously. But um, I just have to, it's like love inclined, but at the same time, it speaks to like a deep transformation that both counterparts here have reached, and therefore they're like unlocking the next step in their relationship, in their connection. It was just like this path that you both have taken, even though you always wanted to be aligned to like your divine counterpart. And mainly it, how it like represented itself in your reality is by giving you the opportunity to transform yourself, to grow spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, at a deep, deep soul level, like deep to your core. You have, without realizing, reaching for that kind of like connection and love and acceptance, you've arrived at the soul, like at the door of your own soul, and you have like finally gotten to a place where you are happy and you have surrendered the how, the who, and the when. And because of that, you literally have grown up. You have grown into yourself and grown into your wisdom. And that would apply to you and your divine counterpart. So, throughout this reading, anything that I bring up could apply to you or them, both of you, very, very much mirrored the fact that this deck today, because I even posted a 6-part reading on TikTok, because whenever I tap into this collective, that's the fated love collective. It always wants to be like put on TikTok for some reason, but there's more, and it has to be. I need a little bit more space and leeway, and not stop and go with recording, so that I can get this message out, because it is profound and important. Okay, so let me go through a little bit of things that should resonate with you here, so that you know this is for you. I do believe that if this message did like come across your YouTube feed, it's definitely for you. If it called your attention, it's definitely for you. So synchronicity wise, 222, 555, 999, and 444 could be very significant. 1111, obviously. You could have been seeing 1111 very often, almost every day, to the point where you don't even like take a picture anymore. You just do like a mental note of, yeah, okay, I just saw 1111. And that's part of what we're talking about here, where like you finally have surrendered. um, you take the synchronicities and the signs as just like a pleasant thing that reminds you that you are on a spiritual path, and that's enough for now. But unknowingly, again, it's like fate has been moving these things together for both of you. Your paths are about to cross. There's synchronicity and serendipity, fate. Those words have probably been like ringing. They're buzzwords for you. Um, this card in particular, every time that I use this deck and it is about a love connection, this card comes out every single time and never fails. This is how this deck lets me know that it's about love. It's a loving connection that I'm tapping into. This card has been haunting me today, the entire day. Every time that I pick up this deck, and I'm so called to it for some reason as well. It's not that I don't know what it is. Anyways, this card just comes out again and again and again. Every time. I cannot, it's getting to the point where, okay, it's like spirit telling me, let's go, let's do a reading. And then also the serendipity card, because I saw the movie Serendipity today, because, and I know I mentioned it in a YouTube reading as well. And like I pick a card maybe 2 videos ago or 1 video ago, I'm not sure. So that movie came up as like an ad saying, free with ads, Serendipity. And I've never seen it. And I made a mental note of it, but I saw it again the next day. And then I saw it a third time. So then I was like, okay. So today I finally, like, I was about to eat lunch, and I was like, okay, let me watch that movie. Oh my goodness, maybe you guys should watch it. I'll put the link to it in the description. So oddly enough, I then decide, okay, I'm going to do a reading for TikTok because that movie, I have to spread the word about that movie for this collective. And I kid you not, I shuffle this deck asking get for confirmation. Again, like always, this card comes out good enough. Okay, fine. I know that the reading has to be done. But then the bottom of the deck was serendipity. Now I want to find it. I almost, and I didn't record that. I didn't record that. And I even said it in that reading. I was like, I should have recorded that because it was like literally a serendipitous moment for me. It was like such an intense confirmation. Um, so, all right. But this deck right now, not just this deck, like the reading here on YouTube really wants to be about telling a little bit of the story that you have embarked on to get to this point. Can I give you, oh, something just fell. Give me a second, guys. Kind of to give you confirmation about what you've been through, and then a little bit about what's coming ahead, but not too much of what's coming ahead because it wants to be a surprise. The divine wants to show you just how magical your life is, okay? Even though you are someone who has arrived at that point where you see magic everywhere, you see the beauty of connectivity, of you see the beauty of love and loving in all aspects, not just in a romantic way. So, but it wants to manifest in like a physical form for you. It wants to show you just how serendipitous your life truly is. It's not just about hearing this person's name, seeing it everywhere, seeing numbers that remind you of them, hearing songs that remind you of them. It's not just about that. You're about to cross paths again. It has happened before and it's about to happen again. So we're starting with this and let's see what else comes out, because also the other card that was coming out from here was in between worlds. It just kept coming out again and again and again as well. So unfinished symphony as well, which music could be very significant for both of you. It could definitely be like an outlet for one of you. One of you could be a musician, or just like enjoying music, whether it's together or on your own, is very significant. And you're very much drawn to just not just the music, the beat, the rhythm of it, because some of you probably really like to dance as well, but also lyrically, you pay attention to lyrics a lot. All right, let's get into it. So if all of that kind of makes sense to you, then you can stay for the reading. And if it doesn't, it's okay. You can stay for the reading anyways. So let's see. I am going to use more oracles and tarot, and I'm even going to use a little makeshift deck with certain things that I wrote down. And let's see what comes out from there, because I also put music in there. Like I shuffled my playlist and I wrote down whatever came out. Interesting. Never ending story. I feel like this could definitely be something that you resonate with as well. With even, you know what? I'm seeing like, you're like, okay, all of that does apply to me. All of that resonates with me. And now you're like, oh my God, here we are again. Like, here we are again, starting something again that I don't know if I even want to. A never ending story. You feel like this is a never ending story. And it's not that you want it to end, but you're seeking closure. Is it going to happen or is it not going to happen? I just need one or the other to be finalized. Like it has to just manifest for me. Sorry, I had to take a drink. That's what I'm feeling with that card. I can see how it is frustrating. I mean, I get it. Yeah, sharp wood. Whenever you feel this way, um, Spirit's message to you is to pay attention to the daily tasks, to the little things that you do on a daily basis, not just for you, but to care for your environment, care for maybe your pets, your children, um, whatever it is that you put your time into and effort into, to kind of like that it creates a harmonious space for you in the physical will help you create a harmonious space for you in the mental whenever you're feeling overwhelmed by this connection. And I can see how that would happen to you often. And I feel like for you it comes in waves. It's like you can go I don't even know, like 2 to 3 months with this person being like a little bit on the back burner. This person never is completely out of your life, because again there's a lot of synchronicities and a lot of just signs that come up all the time. However, they could be a little bit on the back burner and you really have like a flow going, and then boom, it's like you're sucked back into this story again. You see a reading that resonates with you and it gives you hope, and it lights you up and it makes you think of them again. Or there's a movie again that you're called to watch, and boom, you're right back in there. um, it's like a pool. It's like you, how I'm seeing it, how they're showing it to me, it's like imagine like a rubber band that you pull and you pull. It's never going to break. It's not about breaking, but it gets to a point that it has extended so much that now it's time to go back. And the going back could feel like this. It could feel very overwhelming, very much like it consumes you. And I think that's when you guys tend to do a lot of isolation. And honestly, that could be Spirit's way, because this kind of connection, like I was saying in the beginning, is not just about the love connection between you. It's actually about growth and your spiritual growth as well, and your growth in general, like soul growth. Okay, so it would make sense that the divine utilizes this connection to get you to a point of isolation. It is like a double thing, like you're doing two things at once. You're in many realms at the same time or something like that. Like this deck says, in between worlds. Yeah, so whenever you feel like this, like you need to isolate, like you need to go back to basics and concentrate on the mundane to get like your mental health back in place and your spiritual wealth and all of that stuff, it's because that's like the cycles that you guys are in. Is your cycles of healing. And that would resonate with you, especially if you can like see a pattern in your life where whenever you're having this person come up, usually they come up with like something that you need to heal, or a shadow aspect of yourself comes up that you need to alchemize and kind of like integrate. That would make sense. That would make a lot of sense, because that's what they use this connection for. There it is. This is the card. There it is. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. It wants to be out because it doesn't even want to shuffle. Um, 11 being right after it. After it. Ooh, message in a bottle. Interesting. Yeah, we're keeping it out. It wanted to be out anyways. I wanted it to fly out or something, but it's okay. It still made an appearance. Serendipity. Yeah, you guys need to go watch that. I mean, it's gonna make you cry. I'm sorry. Maybe you watched that movie before, but maybe it's time to give it a rewatch. I know it's so synchronistic. It is so like spot on. It's quite literally serendipity, you know. Look at you again. Never ending story. The thinker. Yeah. Higher power. That makes so much sense. That's just confirming what I was saying before. And the fact that 44 and 4, 444. I It's what I was saying before. I don't have anything else to add to that. It makes sense. You guys get in these cycles of things, and it is divinely orchestrated. It's quite literally fate and the higher power trying to get you to a point where you alchemize a lot of the things that this person brings up in you, and you probably do the same for them. I would actually say 100% you do. Or else like there's no it's not just one person growing here, it's both of you, okay? And that is quite beautiful. Very sweet energy here though. Higher power being depicted in such like a, it's almost like you see it but you don't, right? That's the thing, it's in the background, is but it's at the same time unlocking a lot of things for you. It's significant in your life, but it's only truly showing its face to you when it needs to, like your spirit guides and everything like that, especially when you're in this place where you really are meant to just focus on yourself, on your daily task, on your needs, tending. Like this energy here, these three cards, I almost, you see how I put this one, like these three are mainly speaking to me about whenever you need to really dive into yourself. You need like 1 2 days, and some of you even take even longer than that because it's possible for you. And you literally do a deep dive into whatever comes up in your dreams, whatever comes up in your reality that is sent to you, and you see how it just transforms you. It gives you new perspective. You get so many aha moments in this energy, and you might feel like, oh my god, I'm like obsessed, or this is like an obsession, but no, then it's not, because then you get confirmation about the actual things that matter when it comes to whatever like boils up for you that you need to work on. So you realize that it's not like all in your head, or that you're losing your mind. It's nothing like that. So that's an interesting turn of events here with this reading. I kind of just started. I needed to actually read for this collective, and without a plan, and it's working out so far. Okay. So no place like home. I said that you've arrived at the doorstep of your soul. Like there's so much wisdom and integration that you've done here in these cycles that you've lived through with this person and on your own because of this person. But mainly it's because of you. It's all for you. It's not about them at all. And I think that's part of the wisdom that you've unlocked. You've realized that all of this was for you and your growth and your development. It's like, that's where that gratitude comes in as well. And gratitude is it's a beautiful energy to embody, because it really does bring you a lot of peace and contentment, and it brings you a lot of ease when you're in these two energies as well. Acceptance, maybe you've been practicing acceptance. You've been trying to focus on accepting and surrendering and being grateful every day. Maybe that's part of this card, what it's saying, like focus on the little things, on the good things that you have. And the more that you do, the more the good comes in. You're aligning to a big shift, okay? Big shift for this collective. Look at that. Yang and observer. This person definitely keeps tabs on you. I like how this is 49 and 1, because that ups to 50, and this is 50. That's really interesting too. Yeah, this person definitely keeps, not necessarily, I don't think, you know what? I do think. I think you don't look this person up anymore on social media or anything like that. But they definitely do it for you. And I think both of you kind of like go back and forth doing this. Like I was saying, that pull of the rubber band, like sometimes you're in that extreme of the connection, and then sometimes they are. And this is a moment in time where they are, but you have finally gotten to a point where you realize that that does you more harm than good for this energy, so you don't do that anymore. I think you set a boundary for yourself, and honoring it has shown you so much self-love and respect for yourself. Okay, you're like, I don't need to check up on them because it, it puts me in turmoil, and I want you want better better stability. Okay, you not just want better stability, you have accomplished that. You're very stable, even though you might feel like sometimes you're losing your mind. I Not at all, actually, not at all. Okay, yeah, look at that, chaos and conflict. 33, master number 33. See, it's like something is shifting from what it pretended to be, and is revealing its truth to you, because you see how this, it's a zebra, but it has the patterns of a giraffe, but you see how that's like breaking, crackling away. That is what you're doing as well. You and this person have finally like real, oh, I love this, the bottom of the deck. I'm gonna leave it here for this deck anyways. Mending, quite literally, that's what you're doing. So yeah, while you work on this path for yourself, while you have actually finally unlocked that missing link of accepting that this is for your betterment, and like it's meant for you to grow, and eventually things will play out as they should between you two. That's, you're cracking the code. It's like you're revealing the truth about this connection. That is beautiful. Wow. Okay, yeah, you're mending this connection as well. A lot of inner child healing for both of you. There's something about you guys meeting like in the astral, or during your dream time, and you talk things out, you work things out. Maybe you remember some of those dreams, and maybe you don't. Okay, but I think some of you definitely keep some of those dreams. You bring it into the waking world because you need it as confirmation sometimes. Yeah, I'm also seeing some of you waking up from dreaming about this person, dreaming of having a conversation, of seeing them, or and waking up quite literally crying. Wow. But then you resort back to that acceptance, and that I'm even seeing like you're even grateful for the fact that you dream about this person, and you don't care that it makes you cry. It's, if anything, you welcome the tears because it shows you that you still have a lot of love for them, and you still have, and it also like provokes your empathy, not just for them but also for yourself. Like you realize that maybe you're too harsh on yourself sometimes, because there's nothing wrong with loving, as long as like you're not overstepping your boundaries or theirs, and there's nothing wrong with you having love for anybody. That is beautiful, you guys. Look at that. Going the distance, peace. Yeah, that olive branch, that makes sense. And loyal heart, the two owls. 23 is a significant number as well. If you watch that movie, you'll see 23 is significant, and 555 is very significant. Also, the stars are significant, constellations are significant. And it doesn't have to be specifically the constellation that you see in that movie. I mean, although it could be definitely like for sure like synchronicity for you, but it could just be constellations in general, because maybe you on your path have also like journaled or paid attention to a specific constellation for some reason, and you've done your research about it, and it kind of makes sense with your story as well. That's, wow, that's for someone. That was so specific. Another thing I have to say because it just came up. Oh yeah, I love it because this was at the bottom of the deck before, and I was like, yeah. It also gave me confirmation that you guys were going through a deep transformation. Okay, undeniable. Phoenix rising from the ashes. You literally have turned into a new person, and that doesn't have to be physical. It could be physical for some of you, but is it at a soul level? Quite definitely. Is it at a spiritual level? Most definitely. Most definitely. What I wanted to say before these cards came out is, if you are someone who journals your connection, about your connection, or you journal about your spiritual growth in general, and like every day you have like a practice of journaling, of keeping track of things that you see as signs and synchronicities, if you keep receipts, keepsakes, and stuff like that, this is definitely for you. If you're not at that point in your journey where you quite literally have decided, I have to document, because or else it's almost like I'm gonna miss so much, because I'm not gonna remember all of this. You receive so much every single day. If that's not you, I don't think this will be for you. And if it is, kind of, it could be like a foreshadowing. But for those that I'm speaking to, that I'm tapping into mainly, you guys are in that part of the journey where you journal pretty much every day. You keep track of the things that are signs and synchronicities for you. This is like on a daily basis, like literally daily. There's not one day goes by where you don't like write down the things that spirit has shown you. Okay, you quite literally document because it helps you as well. It's like an outlet. It's like a therapy. All right, so Firefly, which is air energy, and I'm sorry, no, fire energy, no, air energy, that's air. And the Phoenix, which is spirit energy. Like I said, at a spiritual level, you have definitely transformed. Or this is about to come in. This card reminds me of the Ace of not the Ace of Wands in the LIGHTSEERS tarot, because of the flame here. Because I have to find that card now. Hold on a second. Let me get this deck. Oh my God! Look, I just grabbed it. Okay, it's right here. Holy crap! You see the flame, that activation. That's you guys. Holy shit! Wow. A brand new life is what you have actually aligned to. You have quite literally placed yourself. I don't even know how to word it, to be quite honest. It's almost like you're walking into this new you. But it's not a new you. It's you, but it's like you've integrated so much wisdom. There's so much soul growth. You've gotten to a point of no return in your path, okay? There's nothing that you've learned along this way, that you've put into practice, that anyone can take away from you. You guys, wow. This is incredible. Wow. Yeah, look at that. You bring light to the darkness. This is also you, like in your mind as well. This flame, it has illuminated the darkness for you. It has given you sight. It's the wisdom, it's knowledge that you've acquired. Like this knowledge that you've acquired about this journey, as it pertains to you, but this journey in general, this divine counterpart journey. You could be someone who is on the path to sharing your story, which is why you're documenting and you're called to document so much, because maybe you're meant to share your story after you come into union with your person, because people need to believe that this kind of love exists, that this kind of love that is transformative and magical exists in this world. Just like, someone had to write about soulmates for the first time ever, and I'm sure people that, it resonated with that, were like, oh my God, yeah, that's the word, that makes sense to me. And other people, they were like, no, I don't believe in soulmates. And there's people still like that. Well, same thing with this kind of thing. Like, maybe you're meant to share your story about being a twin flame, a divine counterpart, a high level soulmate, a soulmate that has these soul ties that are so significant that they drive you to spiritual growth and development at a soul level. And maybe you put it into words where people can resonate with it even more, like the masses, like a lot of people, or maybe just the people that are meant to. Okay, that is for some of you. Oh my God, that was so special. Okay, the fact that we have two flames here, I cannot ignore that. I just said twin flames as well. I don't know about the terminology. you know i I uh, sometimes putting things in a box, putting things in a with labels can kind of misconstrued, and maybe put some people, not some people, like, it's just sometimes it's not good to like specify certain things, but if you have this kind of connection with someone or not. Maybe that's also you guys being like on the fence of putting like a final definition to something. I heard something today. What was it? It was something about like, don't define everything. You don't need to define everything. The more that you define, the more that you limit what it can be. That's what the divine wants you to do here. And I think you're just naturally inclined to not even define many things, anyways. Keep doing that. Keep doing that. Sometimes some things are just meant to be experienced, felt, lived, written about, sung about, like, you know, shared, written, written stories about. Like, there's poems. I don't know. There's so much, like, maybe painted or put on film or something like that. They don't necessarily need a label or a title, and they don't need a definition. Some things are just magical and they're meant to be felt, and the right people would resonate with it. That's the thing. Whatever it is that you're gonna do here with this story, this is so significant and so specific for some of you. Oh my goodness. Okay. The right people are just gonna be like, it's gonna be an aha serendipitous moment for them as well. They're gonna be like, holy crap, that's what that is. This is what I've been feeling. This is what we have. If they're like with someone that they feel like this about, wow, that is quite beautiful, you guys. Okay. I don't know what else I want to use. I think I'm going to use, I'm going to leave these two here. Hold on. Because I have my other deck out, but I feel like I want to, I don't know who this, I feel like this is one person. Who is this? I'm not sure. Let me pull two cards over here and let's see what comes out. I feel like maybe this is you who I'm reading for. That would make sense. Yeah, I think that's, and then I'm gonna pull your person over here. Let's see what comes out. You have a lot of fire energy, or maybe you're like embodying that energy because you quite literally are transforming. Fire is very transformative. Bat, okay, more air energy, okay. That moon, ooh, and fire. What? Okay, this is your person. Your person is also carrying a flame. Do you see what I mean? Like, how synchronistic is that? A flame out of all the freaking cards that are in here. And the fact that this is even like, wow. I don't even know. All right. Anyways, I got distracted there. Too excited. Your person is also very wise. And you know what? Your person is majestic. They're like a trendsetter. They, like you, bring light to darkness. They bring a lot of enlightenment to those around them. Maybe their wisdom also has needs to be said, and their story needs to be told and heard, because they too can bring a lot of significant information forward. Maybe you both are like channelers or something like that. I just, the elephant feels like an earthly being to me, but they're represented by fire, and I think that's quite interesting. This almost looks like a sapphire to me, a red sapphire. With the bat, I was saying like that moon, and you know what? It makes sense too. I almost feel like this person is very connected to the moon, because you see how the moon is like grayish, and then the elephant is as well. It's almost like that's coming in from behind the bat. What? Wow. There's something about you guys being like night owls. You like the night, and you like you actually thrive in darkness and in shadow, which is, again, it speaks to your transformative nature. I love that about you. I love that. But you are like, you're literally bring it, you're okay with being in darkness because you carry your own light from within. So you light the way, not just for yourself, but for others. And that's why you're comfortable in darkness. Maybe both of you have very shadowy selves. You're like you have like a contrast going on here. Bottom of the deck, sea serpent, significant for both of you. There's that cycle, ending and beginning. And then look at the back of the deck over here too. The owl, wise, intuitive, and just freaking magical. That's what you guys are. You guys are magical. Wow. This is spirit here for you. Wow. I'm going to I want to see what the bat has to say for some reason. Let me go to Firefly first. Inspired and fantastic. Writes, creates, and brainstorms. Are you freaking kidding me? I said you guys are writers. You're meant to share your story somehow. When in balance, when out of balance, burnt out, and feels dull, to bring into balance, you're not gonna believe this. Write a poem and draw. This is you guys. You guys are not necessarily that this person's not creative. I think both of you are, but you, my friend, oof, my goodness. There's something that you're going to like. You're going to unlock something here. It's going to be a download from the divine. It's quite literally, the Ace of Wands is, in the regular tarot, literally a hand from the ethers coming out and delivering a wand to you, delivering a specific freaking message, okay? A divine message, a divine idea. It's coming your way. Holy crap. And it's part of your transformation. It's part of like your divine right. Maybe it's tied to your transformation as well. It's hand in hand. I don't even know what comes first. I think it both comes together. Wow. Okay, let me read about the bat. If I could find it. Oh, I think the bat is the first one. No, it's not. Okay. All right, got it. So darkness, letting go, death leading to rebirth. Oh my freaking God. I can't. I can't. I can't. That is, when in balance, accepts, adapts, and adjusts to bring into, when out of balance, refuses to let go and reminisces to bring into balance. Watch the sunrise. You know what? That is so synchronistic. Oh my goodness. In my TikTok reading, I was using this deck. And the LIGHTSEERS deck. LIGHTSEERS, okay? And the tower came out, and I had said that it wasn't a dark night of the soul that was coming in. It was a big shift. It was a fast moving energy. It was divinely orchestrated, but it was not a dark night of the soul. And I was like, okay, I was saying a lot, like, what is the opposite of the dark night of the soul? And I said, oh, a sunrise. And you need your person because you need them and they need you. You're like a sunrise. They need a sunrise. And you thrive in the shadows and in darkness just like they do. But it's almost like they pull you out of it as well. They also, oh, I see what it is. They inspire you. This connection, this love connection, but any connection in your life actually inspires you, especially those that are very transformative. But this person specifically, they inspire a lot of you, a lot from you. They inspire you to write, they inspire you to draw, they inspire you to sing, to listen to music, to write music, to, I don't know, there's just whatever creative outlet you have going on here. They inspire you to create, period. They bring that out of you, which makes sense. Makes sense. Um, that's what they do. And then you doing that is like mesmerizing to this person. And here they are like flying towards you, right? During the night. It's like you are their sunrise. That is so interesting. That is beautiful. But they also have a creative spark and a flame that they bring. It's not just for them, it's to share. They share it with you. Wow. My God. What a beautiful freaking reading. My goodness. Okay, the elephant. Unstoppable, auspicious, and wise. Yeah, your person is very wise. Maybe a lot of the things that you draw from when it comes to like your wisdom and stuff like that, believe it or not, because you guys are so connected, it could be epiphanies that they have, the way that they experience life, and then boom, you get that same download and you do the same to them as well. But I think you boys more of your things, like maybe some of you quite literally portray or like you create things and you put them out in the world, which is why this person follows you or looks at your things and stuff like that, because and it resonates with their soul. Like they're like, I just came around to that epiphany. They got it too, but they, you do something with it. You need like an outlet because you have a lot of fire here. Just there's just a lot. So you need to like put it out in the world, but they kind of keep it for themselves, but without knowing they also like give it to you. Oh my God, this reading is so long already, but if I'm sure if you're still here is because it matters. So when in balance, one point of focus, generous and loving. When out of balance, misunderstands fate. Whew. To bring into balance, trust. I think that's your person as well. Like you've gotten to the point where you trust fate, but now your person is headed that way too. Oof, that is very synchronistic, you guys. Your person is walking into the darkness with this wiseness, this knowing that they have. They're trusting their intuition and where it guides them. And they know that eventually they're going to get to a point where you are already. Because you have surrendered. They're right back, right after you. They're right after you. Okay, I'm going to pull one card from here for them. I don't know. I'm not thinking of anything, of like any specific card. For you, I thought of that one right away, but for them, I'm not sure. Probably the Tower is what comes to mind because I even mentioned it, but I don't know. All right, let's just see what it is. Ooh. That was the Four of Swords, but I wasn't ready, so I'm not taking it, but just in case, if it comes out again, that would be like extra confirmation. Ooh, I just got like pressure in my head or something. Okay, King of Pentacles, that makes sense. Ooh, look who's at the bottom of the deck here. I'm going to leave it with the Death and Rebirth, which is quite literally what we just read about with the bat. Death and rebirth. Significant, again, death and rebirth with the snake here eating its tail. It's a never-ending cycle of integrating. The more that you know, the more that you seek life out. And the more that you seek life out, the more that you get to know. It's like an endless cycle that you guys are in, and it feels right to you. It's like your purpose. King of Pentacles makes sense for your person. I think, like I said, the elephant makes me think of a lot of very earthly bound energy, but you know, they do carry this wisdom and this connection to spirit as well, just like you do. But maybe they have a dog. That's significant for some of you. But like I said, this person is very wise. You see this person surrounded by books. They're very wise. They're very intelligent. They're successful in whatever they put their mind to as well. They're very dedicated. Their work ethic is like no other. They could be a leader in their own field or something. But they crave more. They're craving change, and they're craving. It makes sense that they're attracted to you, because you're here just like in spirit, and you're engulfed by spirituality and the esoteric and the weird and I don't know, just like the wondrous, magical place that we live in. And they are a little bit more grounded, but at the same time they do have this side of them that craves the kind of freedom that you have, the kind of freedom that comes from they see the growth that you've done and the freedom that has brought you to you, like at a soul level. They see it, they sense it, and they crave it, which is why they're coming forward, they're coming your way. All right, I'm gonna end it here with I'm gonna get some of my little makeshift cards. Ooh, 12 could be significant. 33, the number 3 could be significant. 3 makes me think of co-creation. So yeah, let me move these a bit so that I can put these over here. Look at that. Death and rebirth in between you there. That owl card also wants to be out here for some reason. Okay. I don't know why it doesn't. It's interesting. I put the owl on the top now. I'll just leave it here. Wise and intuitive and magical and a little scary. It's so this card, the eyes are just like piercing into whoever they look at. Even like holding this card and looking at it, it's like I just got like hot. Very intense energy here. And this is spirit side. This is like both of you embody this energy of like, hold on a second. There's like a key word that I can't remember from the owl card. Hold on. Is it the last card in the, no, it's not. Okay. So abundance, clairvoyant, that's the word, and treasures. When in balance, generous, trusting, and secure to bring into balance. When out of balance, money, girls, and scarcity to bring into balance, and offering. I think where you need to balance some stuff, they also need to balance some other stuff. So for some of whoever it applies to, right? Some of you have to work on your scarcity mindset or something like that, and the others of you have to work on your connection to spirit and believing and trusting. That is really interesting. I knew there was something about that card because it just wanted to be understood. Okay. Let's see what comes out here. I'm very, very, very intrigued. Okay. 777. Okay. I see you in my dreams. We knew that already, but it's a nice confirmation from spirit that it's not just me talking out of my ass here. I think about you when I look at the moon. No fucking way, dude. Oh, interesting. This is a song, Broken by Jake Bug. Okay, go listen to that song, please. Kind of a sad song, but it's significant. So I think about you when I look at the moon. What did I say? You know what other song comes up when from that card? It's Bruno Mars talking to the moon. Um, okay, I'm loving this. Ooh, meditation, breathing exercises. I feel like that's you guys. I mean, both of you, but that's mainly you guys. That's what you need to do, like when that overthinking mindset comes up. 222, I mentioned 222, and I mentioned 1111 as well when we started here. Fantasy, interesting. Alina Barras and Gali Matias. Okay, really good song. I like that song. So we have 2 songs so far. I don't know how many more I'm gonna get, but yeah, this reading is really long already. Ooh, confirmation. Okay, I'm leaving it there. That's it. I'm not gonna pull any more cards. That's it. I'm not gonna pull any more cards, and then I pull one more. Angel numbers and songs. Yep, angel numbers and songs. All right, that's it. Um, Thank you so much for watching, for letting me read for you, for this collective. You guys are so beautiful, such beautiful souls, both of you. For letting me tap into your energies. This was an amazing thing to like tap into and read for. It gives me hope for humanity, hope for love. I love love, so this is like when I get to tap into like fairy tale type of loves like this, it's beautiful. I just called your love a fairy tale. That's interesting. All right. So thank you again. I want to thank your spirit guides as well for letting me tap into this energy. I want to thank my spirit guides for guiding me through this and for making it easy to communicate, even though we are in Mercury retrograde. But okay, last thing I want to mention, the lunar eclipse that's happening on May 5th, which is 5-5. 55, 555 is significant as hell. It's in 14 degrees of Scorpio for the moon and 14 degrees of Taurus for the sun and the moon, sunrise, moon. Oh my goodness. Anyways, they're definitely speaking about love. 14, I just want to mention, adds up to number 5. So yeah, 5-5 is significant, and 5s are about transformation, you guys. Like I said, there's a big transformation here, at an individual level and at a soul level and at a collective level and then at a connection level. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna stop talking now. Again, thank you so much, and I hope to see you in other readings in the future. Have a good one.